Okay, now it's just our voices, I guess.
The voices are speaking to
Okay, now it's
me.
just our voices, I guess.
The voices
that
are
works.
speaking to
Okay, now it's
me.
just our voices, I guess. There we go. I was like, that's not right. Oop. Wonderful. Whoops. There we go. That's more what we want to see. Hey, what up, y'all? We are back live with some more Discord D&D. As things usually go on these days, I just hand things right off to God.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Welcome to Discord D&D, where this episode is brought to you by the umlaut. No, not the letter U, the umlaut, the accent mark above it. It's German, and people don't understand it.
Well played. I did not know that.
Yes. Well, Lisa's going to give me an opportunity to try out some new soundboards. So let's see where this goes. Last time on Discord D&D, the team picks up the odd pairing of Ophelia and Grig. They are tasked with finding the sister of a man named Dorian, and in so doing, go to Vario's homeland of Tetsujima. Meanwhile, they discover that the land has been taken over by a mad tyrant known as Long Lan, the Blue Dragon. And once on board, once they have disembarked and defeated a few harpies, they discover that not only does Vario have a cousin, but he just narrowly gets them out of danger. And so, with their mission ahead of them, they must save the damsel and, potentially, defeat the tyrants. We'll see what awaits them on this episode of Discord D&D. Yeah.
That worked out really well.
Oh yes, and it's under 7 seconds, so they can't hit me for copyright.
That is...
Just don't back to back it, you know?
That's genius.
Of course not. I would only do that if there was a number of seconds in between my first use, my second use, and my third use, such as...
God damn it.
Oh, now that's a meme and a half right there. That was awesome.
Anyhow, for the people who are not informed, Barrio's player is not feeling well, so it will be played as an NPC. So everyone get ready for my best Devin impression.
Oh no.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid.
Be afraid. Anyhow, with no other real idea of where to start, you think your best place to go is the capital city of Tetsujima. As you are walking down the dirt road, you hear the rather angry mumblings of Vario as he's like thinking of his homeland in perils. Fucking dragon! I'm gonna give him one of these, another one of these. And he pulls out his naginata and starts twirling it around, and I'll just wah! And only then will Rebecca love me.
I feel like that's pretty spot on.
Of course, there had to be a reference to it in there somewhere.
Of course.
Sure, I'm down, my dude James. Got you.
So is there like a glorious cherry blossom tree on this road?
No. As you begin walking from the docks, the road you're on kind of goes from like faded stone into very gravelly dirt. And then there are like hills and crests that at one point held very verdant like plant life. There are trees that are sort of wilting and slowly dying. There are like vast fields that are kind of going brown and overgrown from just neglect. You could tell at one point this was a very beautiful countryside, but now it is just.
Well,
Jesus.
So as
So
we're
yes.
as we're leaving the dock area, I assume is there like some kind of small village or settlement here around the dock area?
You are currently passing through the village. Do you look for anything in particular?
A tailor,
A tailor?
precisely a tailor, specifically a tailor, nothing else.
Roll me perception.
God damn it.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Also, thanks
There
for
we
the
go.
follow, James. Appreciate you.
We are looking at a 21. 18 plus 3.
You don't just find a tailor, you find a tailor that says carpenters, tailors.
It says what?
It says carpenters, tailors.
Fantastic. I'm going in there.
I think his name is Carpenter.
You you walk through the door and the store is dusty and empty, and all of like the clothes they have on display are kind of like old and moth-eaten.
There's nobody in there?
There is nobody at the counter at the moment.
Does it appear like it's been traveled through? Can I do a perception check to see if I can tell if people have been in and out of there recently?
You may.
Perception. I love that plus 3. 16. 13 plus 3.
You can see that there has been like foot traffic through here, but also there are like little nicks and cuts in like the walls and the floorboards.
Well, just kind of standing there glancing around. Do I see anything that resembles a blue captain's jacket? Specifically periwinkle blue.
Uh, no, but you can try and get somebody's attention if you'd like. Also, all the display clothes are like human sized, so they will like be basically a dress for you.
No, that's fine. Greg's just gonna start stomping his foot on the floor.
Don't know, shouting, just
No, just yeah, just repeat stomping as loud as he can.
as you do that, you just hear a voice go, "Here, what? Here, who's there?
And thinking, Carpenter!
Yeah, what? Stop yelling, you damn! Oh, god damn it!" You hear a clatter as an old man like bursts through the curtains to the back room with the sword that's rusty as all hell raised above his head. He's like, "You damn kids! I told you to! Oh, god damn it! Martha, we've got goblins!"
Not a good way to start negotiations for items, little man.
Martha! Right. I forgot. My wife's dead. Okay.
Sounds like his wife or his life needs a carpenter.
Oh, you're looking for a carpenter. Yeah,
Well, I
that
actually
was,
need a tailor, but the name on the sign says carpenter.
yeah, that was my boy. I thought he would join in the family profession of being a carpenter. Turns out he wanted to be a tailor. Weird how things work out like that.
Oh, so you're not a tailor?
I mean, I can sew some stuff, but not well.
And where is your son?
He's
With your wife?
all right. Give it to me straight. You a pirate?
Well, why?
Just asking. You know, legally, you have to tell me if you're a pirate.
Okay, yes, and I need a flag and I need a captain's coat.
Oh god damn it! I mean, yes, right away. I'll get a.
I don't care if the flag is your questionable sewing quality, as you state. I do not care about that. I just need a flag for a red feather flag because my boss Red Feather is going to fucking kill me if our ship is not flying the flag later because I accidentally burned it.
Well, you can probably get away with telling your boss Redfeather that she can fuck off. Looky here,
Well,
Goblin Man. I've got enough crazy people coming in and out of my shop trying to steal shit. And on top of
buy
that,
me, jackass.
on top of that, I'll happily sell you something.
Mm-hmm.
But just know, we're under the control of the Blue Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, all my good fabrics have gone to clothing his people. And on top of that, her people are making trade impossible, so I can't get more fabric to clothe her people. Do you see my predicament?
Yes, but the flag doesn't need to be good quality fabric. The coat, on the other hand, that I don't know if I can. I kind of need good quality fabric for the coat.
All right, let me see what I can do for you.
If it's at least not moth-eaten, I'll be content for the coat. And it has to be periwinkle blue.
Yeah, I might be able to do something with that.
And one more thing, sized for a half-orc. Do you want the coin or not?
Yeah, deal. He like staggers back to the back room, just fucking pirates, the goddamn fucking red feather, goddamn long land, taking all my shit. He comes like stumbling out after a good like 15 minutes. He's like, well, it's sized for a big human, but I guess a half orc can wear this. And he just like unfurls a captain's coat.
Does it ping in my mind as periwinkle blue?
Roll intelligence.
Oh shit. That's not so strong as wisdom.
Oh. It's almost like God knows your character.
15. 16 minus 1.
Oh my God, -1.
It's actually a very faded cerulean, but if you could squint hard enough, it looks periwinkle.
Okay. Would I know whether a half orc would be smart enough to tell the difference?
Half orcs can be pretty stupid. But at the same time, that was a regular orc you had encountered.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
That's not periwinkle.
Well, it's the best I got.
How much?
Would you give me 100 for it?
A what?
100. It's a 1 followed by 2 zeros.
I know how to count. 100 what?
Gold.
100 gold for a coat that's not the size that I need and is the wrong color, and half your stock is eating up by mothballs.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem very even.
Look, man, I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut here. Just, do you want the coat or not? I'll knock off 5 gold.
Listen, I will give you 25 gold, and before you argue back about the cut in the price, after I give you 25 gold, when I go back to my boss, the Red Feather, I will tell her and our people to leave your humble shop alone.
No offense there, but It's not really your people I'm worried about.
It could be.
Persuasion.
Is that intimidation? I feel like that's intimidation.
Yes, make that intimidation.
Come on.
Yeah, that
14.
was.
Did you hear me?
No.
Oh, it's 14.
Yeah, all right. Fuckers took my wife, took my son. Sure, take this. You know what? Take the coat. It's free. Just take it.
And then he just kind of grabs the coat and then meanders out the door.
Did he get the flag?
No. God damn it.
So it's
Dorian just looks down at you and is like, "Did I hear you just threaten an old man?"
No.
Greg, did you get the flag?
Shit. He's not going to give me anything else. If anybody wants the flag, somebody else is going to have to go in there.
We'll be fine.
It'll be fine. He was human.
Okay, it's a country of both.
I assumed
Varus.
so.
Yeah, my people are kind of racist.
Lovely.
But
That's
not me.
why.
I just want to point out, I'm totally cool. Steve's my homie. He like picks him up and like as his arms are like dangling there, he just like daps up the goblin like, yeah.
Steve, how does it feel to be a pet?
I've been called worse.
Eh?
Mostly by other goblins, but at least here I get fed.
Fair. And it's not moldy.
Well, there was that one time.
Sorry.
Disparity is disparity.
Now, if we're all done playing traitor and dapping up goblins, perhaps we should go over a game plan. I think our best route would be to either A, approach the palace and be very, very, very sneaky getting in, or we might need something to draw the dragon out. Any other ideas?
How many instruments do you have available?
What is the palace made of?
Well, the palace is made out of wood, and as for instruments, I got nothing.
Can
I
we
know how to
get
make him come
some?
outside.
I look at Greg and tell him, just give me a signal.
Well, now keep in mind that palace has been standing for centuries and is a cornerstone of our culture. I can assure you, many people would be upset, including the dragon, that you burned down that palace.
You're not trying to upset him anyway, in a way.
True, but if anyone's going to be upset, I would rather it be just the dragon and not an entire country of people.
They can't be upset. They're on happy drugs.
But won't they come down
Just because
afterwards?
it's true, you didn't have to say it.
We will be gone before they come down.
Would hate to be the dragon when that happens.
So your strategy is setting fire to the palace drawing Longland out, and then sneaking back into the palace.
I mean, unless killing him is easier at that point.
Yeah, wouldn't burning the palace draw him out?
Well, but I'm also thinking that we should probably get eyes on Dorian's sister before
And
just
she
lighting the place on
also,
fire.
that is a good point. She is also in the palace, and I would rather have her alive and not cooked.
Fair enough, fair enough.
If
And
we
I'm sorry to ask this. Is it Zorian or Dorian?
Dorian with a D.
Okay, I thought so.
Can't be trusting goblin ears.
Yeah, our goblin doesn't know how to spell or hear.
But I got a coat for free.
I
Um,
was impressed, and you didn't steal it.
No, I simply threw some less than friendly words towards the man.
Have I said we're keeping him? We're keeping him.
Listen, we're pretending to be pirates, so might as well trash the pirate captain.
Oh. Sounds like a plan. And Vario speaks up. All right, I have a plan. We walk in there. I grab the dragon by the snout, and I beat the shit out of him. What do you think?
What if the dragon's not actually a dragon?
Mario, I'd like to see you try.
I would also like to see me try. Let's go.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
what?
Is there something less important that I can burn that would draw him out of the palace?
Is there a temple or something?
You guys haven't let me burn anything.
You know, in all my years, I never thought I'd say this, but your goblin might be onto something.
Huh? I was gonna say we just pretend to be the band for the wedding.
The only one who can play an instrument is you, right?
Wait a minute. Goblin has a brain blast.
Go on.
Keeps his people under control with the pretty flower juice, right?
Yes.
That means he cultivates pretty flowers to grow his juice.
Yes.
What if I burn his flowers?
I like that idea.
Search the fucking fields!
Wait, also,
Another thing I never thought I'd hear.
question for God. How tall are the plants when they grow? Like for those flowers, are they short?
Roll me intelligence. Actually, no. Roll me a nature check.
There's a nature check?
Yes.
Oh, there is. It's in your skills. I think you just have to scroll down further. Oh, it's right down in the middle there.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Just based off the strength of his PC, I feel like we need to invest in a set of physical dice for El Purpelito.
Oh wait, I do. I just don't have a box for him.
Just gets a
So I got a 12.
freaking dice cam.
You said a 12?
Yeah.
And just for context, on a scale from 1 to 20, how hard has Purple partied in the past?
Oh, really hard. Probably a solid 20.
Like a 30 out of 20.
Yeah.
In your you said a 12. Anytime you've seen plant life that wasn't like the minimal plant life you'll see in the dwarven cities, you know that you were utterly sloshed. And as far as you're concerned, they could be anywhere from like really tall to really tiny. Though you vaguely remember seeing a set of very bright flowers that were, for you, I'd say about chest height. So I'd say about 3 feet.
Perfect. Awesome.
Mm,
That's all I
mm.
needed to know.
Which one of you had the stupid, freaky deaky little mechanical heart thingy that talked in my head?
That was me. Vario like raises his hand, pulls out the heart.
I don't like that thing. But ask. Can I ask it, or do you have to ask it, or is it in my head again?
The heart starts beating and says, "All may inquire."
Okay, creepy heart. Before you go back in the bag, okay, can you tell me what the freaky deaky make you go happy go loopy flowers look like, and what kind of places you would grow them in?
The flowers grow in low valleys. Their petals are bright red and yellow. No two share the same patterns.
It's like snowflakes.
Okay. Do they burn?
They can.
Okay, they can. That's fine. Lots of things can burn. Okay, let me make this more specific for you, you creepy head invader. Okay? Now, when they are green and growing, or whatever frickin' color they are, when they're plant based, when they're growing out of the ground and alive and happy, are they flammable?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, please get out of my head!
Vario just like, we really do need to talk about this later. Just what are you? He just slowly slips it back into his pocket.
I'm honestly surprised he hasn't asked it where Rebecca's went.
Don't you dare. God damn it. God damn it!
Heart. Where did my future wife go? She has hidden herself in the darkness to find a path of light. That doesn't help. Can you give me the name of the place she went? She is traveling. Can you tell me where she's traveling to? Many places.
Mario, if this thing whispers in my head one more time, I'm gonna cut your goddamn Achilles!
And Vario, if you truly ever loved her, wouldn't her happiness mean more than anything to you, with or without you?
Direct.
I'm gonna interject and swipe the heart from Vario and put it in my bag.
As like Grig's threatening and Ophelia's question just kind of like prompts a blue screen in Vario. Just
Yeah, Jess is just gonna reach over and just swipe the heart and just stuff it in his bag.
I think we broke it.
as you do that, you feel the heart beat and just say, "Is this what pity feels like?"
Grig starts stamping his feet on the ground. Put that thing away!
Okay. Creepy talking organs aside,
Creepy talking organ invades my brain.
Goblin,
Which one?
you, the fiery one.
I have
Seems
a
like
name! That's Captain
right.
Grig to you!
Uh, Captain Grig. Okay,
That's what I
you
thought.
might be onto something.
Burn the flowers.
Yes. To do so, we would have to go east
To a low valley.
to a low valley to a place called Himawari Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Just be warned, if we do go through with this plan, that place is going to be very heavily guarded. Do you think that your party here
Mm-hmm.
can be sneaky?
I'm going to take a look around.
Can we
Pause
take
at Vario.
So I have an idea.
Yes,
So because most of like his underlings are human, what if we were to per se capture and maim one of them and I can wear one of their uniforms since I am also human. And you guys can go off and burn all his flowers and I can grab the girl, the sister.
But what if are any of his underlings female?
I would assume so.
Is he some kind of sexist butthead?
I mean, he's a dragon.
Well, he is a dick. I mean, I'm not saying no, but it's gonna be. You know what? The only thing we can do is try.
The other thing is, if you do that, then we're all apart from you. What if something happens?
Not so you all had to go. I was just saying that, we could split off.
Who all is human?
I don't think anyone
Looks
else
at
is.
Vario and Ophelia. Just those two.
I was like, she could steal the guard's uniform and like distract them for us. Make them pass.
Oh. Hmm. I
All right.
question because
Yes,
splitting the group is always dangerous.
that can be quite dangerous. Let's let's plot this out. See if this
If we do
works.
both,
How big is the castle?
How big is the what now?
The castle.
Pretty big. All right, folks. Here. Unless here.
so that's the cat. The
That is where you are.
right.
This is the capital. And
That's
this
the flower fields.
is where you are trying to go.
Hmm.
This is the field. That's the capital. That's where you are.
Okay, but if we go and we burn the flowers, he's likely to leave his castle if we burn the flowers, right? So what if we do both? And we go and we burn the flowers, right? We burn them good. Burn. I'm sorry. Okay, we burn the flowers and then we make our way back to the castle and then we kill the guard, maim the guard, burn the guard. Oh, I can't do that. It'll burn the uniform. Anyway, you get my point. Okay, we do all that and then we sneak inside the castle as prisoners of the guard, and while everybody's leaving, and they'll all be doing that, and we can get the girl to get the fuck out and leave the dragon alone.
So we burn the field.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we do that,
Mm-hmm.
we hightail it out.
Mm-hmm.
And while the dragon's going to investigate,
Mm-hmm.
we get in the palace and we book it.
Mm-hmm. And then we will have done both: rescue the girl and partially save your country because we burned her flowers. And he can't make happy juice if he has no flowers.
Is there anything to the west of the capital besides the port? Like anything of interest to him?
Just mountains and villages, my dude.
Hmm.
Maybe they got a better tailor.
It's possible. But he does have all the best tailors making his clothes for him.
Yeah, but I doubt they'll make me a flag.
Only time will tell. So,
Yes, because we can't forget the flag, or homeboy on the docks probably won't let us back out.
Mm,
maybe.
Unless we save the country.
who says we have to let? He has to let us.
Okay, so he does. So let's say we get past him. Then we're out on the water, and then Orcish Captain comes back. And what if he notices that the coat that I got for him is cerulean blue and not periwinkle, and then he doesn't let us pass because we don't have a flag?
We give him you.
You can't give him me. I'm Captain Greg.
Even more value to it.
You were
Steve
Captain.
leans over to Grig and says, I smell mutiny.
Filthy insoles. Greg walks up and slaps Justa on the ankle.
I dropkicked Greg.
Fuck.
Hmm.
Do I get an acrobatics check to get out of the way?
I'm going to say an opposing dex check.
An opposing dex, got it.
Ah, yes. Dex v Dex.
11.
20.
Feck.
Grig, you like slap him in the ankle, and then just bink. Ding.
You weak as a musician!
Vario's just like, huh? What? Damn, that goblin got some distance.
Thank you. I used to be a goblin punter back in the college.
Or at least we know you kick better than you play your instruments.
All you hear is a raucous from like 20 feet away.
Vario just like holds up a hand, and Ophelia, you two just like, now you sure there's like not gonna be anything between? I just figured I'd, okay.
Grig just comes sprinting back up to the group, flailing fire in both hands, screaming in goblin. Not any actual words, just incomprehensible syllables.
All right. Hold up there, little fella. Let's save that enthusiasm for the field. I'll tell you right now, if you wait long enough, that fire is gonna be huge.
He
got
kind
it?
of puffs the fire away from his hands, wiggling his fingers.
Excellent. Now, he like pulls out his map. I'd say if we get started now, we're looking at a 2.5 day walk. Unless we really book it. Say we start now.
Let us head on the way.
What?
I vote.
On the trail ye blaze.
I should have got a captain's hat for myself.
As you like look over to Carpenter's Tailors, you just see an old hand just like grab the sign and flip it to closed.
As we're walking down the road, Grig flips up dual middle fingers behind him.
Just eh. So you exit the village. The like gravelly roads make way for very like travel weary dirt roads. And again, you see like hills that were once like rolling and green and are like browning and just decaying. There are trees that are wilting, their branches are falling off. After a certain like point, you reach what would have been like the welcome to this town sign, but instead the sign has been like knocked down and repurposed as gallows, where a couple of bodies are hanging,
Are they
and
human?
on their chests are signs written in very crude, like bastard celestial, that says "Rebels will not be tolerated."
What? Is there any non-humans in the list?
There are predominantly humans, but as you pass like a tree, you'll see like an elf.
I'm gonna lean over to Purple and just be like, "Hey, I went to school with that guy."
I was like, did you know him well?
Nah, I hated that guy.
Oh, good. Drinks on me tonight.
Why? You mad he was playing music better than you? Ha ha! Vario and Steve like high five.
I'm just gonna
Grig,
brandish my sacrificial blade
Grig
and
proceeds
put it
to
back.
start walking everywhere with a giant smile on his face, pretending to be overly happy.
You continue walking for roughly an hour or so, and as you get to like a crossroads, like a nice T junction in the road, you see what would be like a way station for like wagoneers and whatnot, and you see five people dressed in like bright blue armor, each of them holding like staves. Some of them have like glaives and pikes, and they are like two of them are standing in like the doorway with their weapons crossed, keeping a group of people inside the station, while the rest of them are like proceeding to kick the shit out of a guy on the ground.
Huh.
And as you get closer, you hear the commotion. He's like, "No, you won't take my family!" It's like, "Yeah, and you won't take your goddamn happy juice now, will ya?" As you see like the families kind of huddled in the doorway, you see all of them have like these very painful like grins on their face as they're just like huddling together, just
Grig, using his natural goblin maniacal insanity, proceeds to attempt to mimic that smile.
you somehow manage to look even more deranged than you already do.
And so, what are we just gonna stroll up here like?
Um, give me just a moment to ponder.
I would like to cast Entangle and just break up the fight with them all
Oh no.
entangled in my vines.
Alrighty, is there anything somebody has to roll to avoid being entangled?
It has to have strength greater than 14.
They have to roll or have strength greater than 14.
Roll a strength check, 14 or higher.
Yeah.
Well, 15 or higher, but yeah.
So when entangle happens, what would usually happen? Is it just like vines breaking out of the ground to just like ensnare people?
Pretty much, yeah. And it would be in a 20-foot square.
They're definitely within a 20-foot square. You like how do you cast this spell?
So I would have to grab something living like on the ground. So like if there's weeds or anything like that, I just touch them and then all of a sudden they start sprouting towards them.
There are definitely weeds. You like reach down and just like grab a like bush of like crabgrass. All of a sudden there is, you know, that image of like when Bugs Bunny is like tunneling underground? It's like that but with plants. And as they reach the group, they just sort of and just ensnare all the people in armor. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Grig's still grinning as he strolls forward. Come on, move, dummy!
I'm going to approach while they're entangled and start playing my lute. Please, I'm just to give it a good chime. And I just go, please, my friends, there's no need for such shame. We all can be here to act so much more tame. This poor man need not to be treated so dismay. Let me meet your maids, they'll see no better day.
What the fuck are you? The two soldiers that are at the door, like hold their pikes at the ready, like, who the fuck are you people?
As he approaches me, I grin at them and continue. Long Fan is a man of such big chin. His dick even smaller than that of this goblin. I'm just gonna pat Greg on the head.
And Grig just kind of lightly punches him in the thigh. Hey, stupid! Get your family and move!
All right. One of the soldiers like grips his pike. Is like, all right, we're gonna give you to the count of 5 to let these folks go. Mind your fucking business. And then maybe you leave here without a scratch.
Grig literally gets like the most ear to ear Joker style grin he can possibly muster on his crusty goblin face. Well, some you forgot to take their happy juice this morning.
Your
Fuck
dick
you, I
must
ain't taking
be
that
even
shit.
smaller than the goblins.
Grig starts dancing in circles, screaming, "Puny Peter, Puny Peter!"
You know what? I'm gonna make that the count of 2.
Can you
That's
count that high?
I wish to God there was a burn option in this game.
I wanna run up to the guard. He's talking about how he's gonna give a countdown and just headbutt him right in the nuts. Running headbutt.
Oh God!
Alrighty, we're gonna call that an opportunity attack.
Yep.
Roll to hit, my good man.
That's just a d20.
Just a d20.
God damn.
I got a 9.
You do the Luigi launch and just woo, and then you just kind of fall onto the ground unceremoniously. And with that, everyone, roll me initiative. And actually, just for the sake of simplicity, if everyone can do so on bot commands, just so I can see it and write it down.
Ah,
I don't
yes.
know how to do that.
Exclamation point here.
Oh,
Roll 1d20. There we go.
it went away too quick. What do I type?
No, it should be above it. Oh, no, it's only roll exclamation point roll space 1d20 in Discord.
Exclamation point roll and then what?
Space 1d20.
Yep. 1d20.
Yep, that's how you describe your roll. You can also include additions too. Bot commands.
Man, I like mine way better.
Yeah, me too. Exclamation roll space, and then you're describing the dice. So it's 1d20.
2.
It's okay. I also rolled a 2. Do you need purple and I to reroll?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm cool with that. I hated my 2. It didn't get much better.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh, 17.
Okay, there we go.
Is that just how we're rolling dice from this point on?
Yeah, well, specifically for initiative, it makes it easier for Jeff to read and keep track of without asking everyone. You also can use that if you'd like to. It's a lot easier. The only thing... Oh, do you have any additions to it, actually? I forgot about that. Yes. Okay, so you'll actually want to edit yours to say that. Oh, I can't. So I forgot about that in the bot command to include my plus for initiative. Did y'all include yours?
Roll 1d20 and then plus 1.
You can include that in the phrase.
You can include that in the roll?
Yeah. So, here, check it out. So I think most of us actually fucked up our roll, Jeff, because we don't have our bonus for initiative included.
My bonus is only 1, so mine would be 7 instead of 6.
And mine would be
Alright.
5.
Here. Let's see. You can do it like that.
Since this whole process never runs very smooth anyway, I'm going to say, for the sake of my own sanity, everyone re-roll.
With the
God damn
proper
it.
roll, with the proper setup.
Yep.
So do it one more time with the plus this time, buddy.
So do I do exclamation point roll space 1d20 plus 1?
Yep, that's exactly what you do.
Do I put a space between d20 and plus?
I did not.
Okay.
It's just a direct line.
So Justa just rolled a 12.
Yep.
I got a 15.
And mine is the start of the proper rolls.
Right, I got 16.
Ophelia, that's an 8.
You know. This makes it much, yeah.
Might just do it through there.
Yeah, honestly, it's a lot faster for you too. That way it's all on the Discord server instead. You just have to pay attention to your sheet for the pluses, really.
I'll try it for you.
Jesus.
Easy enough. Yeah, 2 1s. Jesus. Hopefully those are guards, not party members. That's just me.
Alrighty then. As Purple, plants himself onto the ground, you just hear Steve yell, "Fighters!"
Oh, God.
He pulls out his trusty dagger, runs at a guard who just, butts him with the end of his pike to just, swat him away. Purple, how do you respond?
So I'm still right near the guard that I tried to headbutt, right? I just veered off
Just for
to the-
clarity, did you try and headbutt? Yep. Yes. So, you are right next to the guy you tried to headbutt.
Bet. So I'm gonna drunkenly stand up, and then I'm gonna drunkenly walk over to him, and then give him a really hard headbutt right in the dick.
Roll the hit. And then just remember, you have 3 entangled, 2 standing.
Very good. So is it just a d20?
Yep.
And then I should do my plus on the strength or just.
Yeah, well, what is the additional for his hit dice on the headbutt? I can't remember.
For the helmet, it is 1d4 plus your strength modifier
For damage or for hit?
for damage.
Oh, we're talking about the hit. Does he have a bonus for the hit?
Gotcha.
One sec. He's still looking. It could also just be straight up. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, straightforward hit.
How many of these guards is there again? 3?
2. Hey,
5.
if it's a 1 is when
5.
you have
Gotcha.
concerns.
3 tangled, 2 standing.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 2.
You go for like the headbutt, but you somehow miss and do just like a somersault in place. It would be impressive if you weren't in the middle of a fight.
I'm just gonna
Grig,
give a
what do
call
you
out.
do?
Nice.
Okay, so from where I'm standing, where are the enemies? I was basically standing next to Justa.
I'd say you're about 30 feet away.
30 feet away. Okay. Okay. So is the dude that they were beating the shit out of still laying there like an idiot?
At this point, he has scampered away.
What about his family behind them?
They are in the building itself, so they are, for the most part, out of the fight.
What is the building made of?
Wood.
Motherfucker. Okay. Well, that changes it a little bit. Because that'll fucking burn. So I am going to. What is? Are all 5 straight in front of us?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to whip a sacred flame at one of the non-tangled. Don't really care
Okay.
which.
What is the...
They have to beat a dex save 13.
So I got good news and bad news. The good news is I saved 15% or more on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Impeccable.
Bad news, they rolled a 20.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So describe Sacred Flame to me.
Basically, Sacred Flame is I evoke a flame-like radiance. It descends upon the creature or whatever that I can see within range. Doesn't matter if they're behind cover or not because it is radiant and not physical.
I'm
And
picturing like a death beam from the sky.
pretty goddamn much. It Koseth smites their ass with a beam of holy firelight.
So there's just like a moment where the ground around this man is just kind of like heating up. He just sort of takes a moment, like, huh? What? Oh shit! And just like dives out of the way as just this column of flame drops down to where he was standing.
And Grig just stomps his feet and says, "God damn it!"
Justa, what you do?
I'll look at Greg and say, "Don't worry, I got this."
Suddenly I'm not amazed.
I'm going to pull out my longbow and shoot at the same guard that Greg missed or
Roll
failed
the
to
hit.
hit.
Oh god, how many barrel rolls is this gonna do? Get out of the way.
9.
It's I'm gonna tell you this. It's hard to hit a moving target. You like draw loose, and this guy like dives, rolls, gets up, and just. Oh, shit.
Grig's just kind of
Hey.
looking at Justa with the flattest fucking stare you even thought a
I'm
goblin
just
could possibly
I'm just saying, God, you could say it's hard to hit a moving target, but I'm a fucking wood elf. I'm about to commit the wood elf version of seppuku.
No, you're gonna commit the bard version of seppuku. I will never play my instrument again.
No god.
All right. So when it comes to entanglement, is it just another dex check of beat a dex check of 14 in order to be untangled?
I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm looking.
Gotcha.
Pondering.
deep in the druidic meditations.
They just have to. Yeah, they just have to do a strength check and yeah, have a yeah.
They need a strength check that beat 14.
That is an 11. They do not break out. With again, 3 enemies entangled, 2 standing, 1 narrowly avoiding an arrow, 5 total.
And a
What
holy
do you
beam of
do,
light.
Ophelia?
I would like to pull up my crossbow and aim at the one going, the one with Grig.
The dude who's the ultimate dodger.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
The
Someone's
artful
got to hit
dodger.
him.
Yeah.
Roll the hit.
This man's impressive.
An 11.
God damn, this man has some quick feet.
I'm just gonna burn his ass.
I mean, you can. At that, Vario pulls out his naginata. Is like, all right, guys, let me show you how a professional does this. He runs up and just delivers a slash across this man's chest for. Just to remind myself what that one is. 6 damage. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, another soldier goes for purple and swings his pike. If I can remember where I keep putting my dice. But
You're losing
somehow,
your d20s.
purple, you just like flounder for a bit like a fish and just sort of like roll out of his way. Ha! God damn it!
I feel like he's going to take a celebratory swig.
I expect nothing less.
In honor of purple.
Ooh. The man that Vario just slashed is going to swing at him for 9 damage. It's like,
Damn.
he just shing, motherfucker. Just 2 guys swinging stabs at each other. Vario has like a large wound across his midsection. Like, fuck you, dude.
I feel like these guys are just a bunch of Dothraki collecting scars. Just saying.
I'm gonna cut off his ponytail.
Like, hear me out. They're bearded. They're racist. They're basically tribal.
I mean,
Not quite, but I do like Game of Thrones, so I'll let you get away with that. Meanwhile, the other standing enemy is like, okay, it's about time to fight, and trips over his feet and is now prone as he face plants into the dirt.
Which
because
one?
he rolled a nat 1.
Who did?
The other standing guard.
Sweet. Advantage. Fuck him up.
Meanwhile, Steve attempts to go for the downed man. Ooh. And succeeds in stabbing him in the leg for 2 damage. It's like, fuck you, human!
You can do better than that.
Like, he keeps squinting. I've seen rats that move less than this guy.
That's funny.
Purple, your go.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go for a swing on this guy's ankles with one of my axes, trying to get both of his legs if I can, and And then I'm gonna take the other axe. I'm gonna try to swing at his balls.
Oh my god.
Upward swing.
Ooh.
Upward swing since I'm on the ground. And I can just stand up and
That's-
hit that.
That's some intense called shot right there.
If he tried to stab me while I was down, he gets it.
Hey, baby, Aspen. It's enough.
So, okay. Swinging at his ankles, roll to hit.
Yep, good start. Oh, do you have a modifier on your weapons? Don't forget to include that in your roll.
It is
Honestly, doing the
plus
bot
5 to
commands
hit.
is great because it's teaching you more about where to watch your stuff.
Roll damage. You just like take this man's feet from under him. Let's just see how badly you hurt him.
Yeah, for real.
I got 5.
He like lands heavily on his chin. Then roll that second hit because I'm curious to see where this goes.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
It's just like the meme.
Mhm.
14.
You just like you swing upward and you like hit his what's the term, greaves, like the armor you have on the leg, and it just like narrowly skims the taint. You can see in slow motion this man's just like no.
But I didn't practically cut off his feet, right?
He is knocked prone, yes.
Okay, so now we have 3 entangled, 2 with disadvantage.
Yeah, they're both
3
prone.
entangled, 2 prone.
Oh, that sounds like a good couple turns for us boys and gals and goblins.
Grig, you're up.
So the first thing Greg does is kind of look at Steve as he's trying to stab this guy in the leg and go, "Let me show you how it's done." And Grig's gonna kind of thrust his arm out to the side and open his hand, and he is going to cast Flame Blade as a bonus action. Flame Blade takes 1 bonus action to cast. I can evoke a fiery blade into my free hand. The blade is similar in size and shape to a scimitar. It lasts for the duration, which the duration is up to 10 minutes, and I can dismiss if I please. And then if I let go of the blade disappears, but I can evoke the blade again back as long as it's within the 10 minutes as a bonus action again. I can use an action to make melee spell attacks with the blade, and on hit, the target takes 3d6 fire damage. The flaming blade also sheds a bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
Damn.
Roll to hit with advantage.
Greg's gonna just fucking slam the blade into the dude prone.
Oh my god.
Okay, and we are looking at
It's about to get lit.
that is a non-natural 20.
Oh no.
Roll damage.
I would also like to invoke my Fury of the Small on this attack. Whenever I damage a creature whose size is larger than me with an attack or a spell, I can deal an extra +2 damage. I can use the trait 2 times per long rest.
Okay.
So now we're gonna do where is that? Let's see, 3d6 +2.
Oh my. Yeah, at least it's not me seducing your bosses.
Goddamn. Could be better.
So 9 damage.
Indeed.
This. So you, what? Just like plunge it into his back or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna after. So Grig kind of stands there and goes, "Watch how it's done, Steve, from a real goblin." He kind of thrusts his hand out, and this big flaming scimitar like emerges into his hand, and he grins wildly as he jumps in the air and just kind of slams it down on the guy's back. Not like a jump, but like a little excited hop.
Okay.
Yeah, like you know.
The blade like seems to phase through the armor, and you could just see this man screaming in agony. Oh, Jesus! And it's safe to say he's a husky guy, and like for a split moment, you think you smell bacon.
Oh my god. Tastes like
Justa,
chicken
your
though.
roll.
Greg clearly has that one covered, so I'm gonna take my longbow and knock another arrow to shoot at the other prone.
Roll it.
Let this be a finite reminder why nobody pisses Grig off.
Hell hath no fury like a goblin with fire.
Unnatural 20.
Roll damage.
Told you I could do it, Greg.
Grig just kind of in his bloody flame-bade massacre. It's about time.
For 3.
You said for 3?
3 damage. I got a 1 + 2, okay?
What'd you do? Cut him a new smile?
I minimize. That is the minimum damage I can get with that
An
longbow.
arrow paper cut.
Like,
Goddamn.
see, I could do this.
Yeah.
As the arrow just like nicks his face.
Hey, it did something. It hurt his ego. Blemished his pretty face.
As one of the entangled guards attempts to like break free, you could see him like struggling, and then all of a sudden he's just like, "Ow! I sprained my wrist." Because he rolled a nat 1 like a bitch.
Oh god.
Ophelia.
I would like to cock an arrow and shoot at one of the ones that are entangled still.
Roll the hit. Now, slight metagaming question.
Damn.
When they're entangled, does that affect their hitability?
Oh, I would imagine that would give him disadvantage.
Well, I do a quick bit of research. Sure, why not? Roll with advantage.
It does not specify, so I would say DM's or God's plan.
yeah, I was gonna say. I like that, David. We're gonna use that instead of what's the usual phrase? DM.
I rolled a 10 that time.
As like these people are like rocking back and forth, it's just on one of their like back movements, the arrow just. I really need to keep track of all my dice. Jesus fucking Christ. Meanwhile, Vario like pulls his naginata and just drives it into the back of the guy he was fighting. It's just like, fuck you for ruining my homeland! For 9 damage.
Goddamn. Jeff, I feel like we need to get you a shadow box with just 6 different compartments so you can just roll 6 different die for labeled enemies.
Yeah, I really should.
That'd be kind of cool. I have a friend. I'll get a hold of her.
Another time, maybe. Meanwhile, that guy's not getting out of entanglement. When an enemy is prone, is it realistic that they have to roll for something to get up, or is that just their action?
I would think this is based on 3.5 logic, not 5. So old nerd brain. I would think in 3.5 at least it was an action to get up. And 3.5 was considered generally harder, so I can't imagine it was more difficult in 5 to get up.
From my understanding, it usually is an action turn as well, from my experience.
With that, Jesus Christ. So the 2 prone fellas take their actions to stand back up. There's the one that Vario stabs as he like pulls his staff out. The guy just like scrambles to his feet, or like that really clumsy like crawl into a run. Meanwhile, the guy that Greg just stabbed like clumsily stands up. Is like, fucking goblins, man. Meanwhile, the other entangled enemy goes, ow, I sprained my other wrist. Like, God damn it, Bill, stop being such a bitch. Steve is just like so in awe of the flaming sword that he like goes for a stab but doesn't even realize the guy's like up. It's like, you need to teach me that. Purple, it is your roll.
I fear Steve's just gonna go off to learn magic.
Oh, Steve has plans.
What's the guy doing that was like prone next to me? Is he still on the ground?
He is now on his feet.
Okay. And am I in front or behind him?
You are beside him,
Side?
within swinging range.
Okay. I'm gonna do one of my favorites and climb up and with my axe and try to chop off his head.
Oh my god.
Roll a hit.
All right. 18.
Roll damage.
God damn, bro. Do you just have some of your weapon things memorized now?
10. This guy's dead.
Oh my god.
You rear back, swing your axe, and chop cleanly through his neck.
Called it.
Oh, don't forget on 19s you crit too.
Right.
You
As
damn
Greg
close.
sees him,
What?
as Greg sees him take his head off, Greg just kind of butts in. Is that a challenge?
Purple, you like land, the body hits the ground, and you can almost hear like off the wind coming from the mountain. You can almost hear like the voice of the dwarven gods yelling, "Decapitation!"
I'm gonna take a big drink of my flask saying, my gods are calling.
Or maybe that's the booze talking. Maybe it's Maybelline. Greg, do you accept Purple's challenge?
Ooh.
Will you style on the haters?
God's asking Greg the big questions. Is it his turn?
What? Sorry, what?
Your move.
Ah!
Do you take Purple's challenge? Do you style on the haters?
So
Oh no.
Greg follows up with a, what's this?
and Grig is going to swing the fucking flame blade over a shoulder and go for the biggest, widest, just straight up rounded scimitar chop across this guy's gut possible. Basically, Grig's kind of trying to disembowel him with a flaming blade.
Roll to hit.
External seppuku.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just disembowelment.
Yeah.
It is. Disembowelment is just external seppuku.
That is, where'd you go? +5, I thought so. And 11 to hit.
You swing, but he jumps back like, oh, fuck that.
I will burn you, you little bastard man!
You just like continue swinging, and he's just like backpedaling.
Grig's just
Jessica,
kind of humming
your
to
move.
himself as this goes on.
All right, so there's one that
One
purple.
dead,
There's
one
purple.
standing,
Wait, one
3
dead.
entangled.
Oh, that's right. He fucked that one up. Okay, that's fair. Purple really fucked that dude up. Well, I'm still at max range, so I'm gonna maintain the longbow.
Hold the line!
Damn, if only our viewers got that reference.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, is that a Lord of the Rings reference?
So it's a Dark and Darker reference for us.
Ah. I was gonna say, if that's a Lord of the Rings reference, at least nobody's pulling out the twirly whirlies.
It's
That's
a
fair.
DAD reference in D&D.
Yeah, I'm gonna just. Well, I guess I'm gonna longbow one of the untouched entangled. Whatever's further from me.
At this point, the guy who's standing is furthest for you.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna shoot him then. Nat 20.
Roll damage.
God damn. Oh, the nat 20 gave me 2d8 instead of 1. I see. So it's 7 for the crit. That's kind of neat.
You, like, draw your bow. Release. And as this guy's, like, dancing around a goblin with a flaming scimitar, it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! As the arrow goes straight through his eye.
Grig starts like an
How do you
angry
like that
toddler
one, Greg?
Grig starts angry toddler jumping up and down. He was mine! That was mine!
Steve, like, slithers up next to you. He's like, we still have 3 more.
These ones are trapped!
Oh,
Mhm.
before while you do your thing, as a bonus action, I would like to cast Bardic Inspiration on Grig.
And what does that do?
You get an inspiration die, friendo. For
What does
10
that mean?
minutes, you can add 1d6 to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can
Oh,
be added
sweet
after
baby
seeing
Jesus.
the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Do I only get to do it once?
Yes. In the next 10 minutes.
And it can be for any roll?
For attack roll,
Attack.
saving throw, or ability check.
Okay.
Ophelia, it is your move.
And you can do it after your roll, but before you know what happens. Sorry.
No, you're okay. I would like to put up my crossbow, take out my dagger, and charge the one that was entangled that I attacked or tried to attack before.
Go on. Roll the hit.
22,
Ooh.
unnatural.
Roll damage.
3.
Shanky, shank, shank.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Vario attempts to swing at one of the entangled guys, but he misses by like a country mile, so he tries to like play it off like he's doing a cool trick, like Meanwhile, as Ophelia, like, where do you go for when you stab or like slash?
Probably the chest stomach area.
As you're like shooting for the ribs on this one guy and like burying your blade to the hilt, the one of the soldiers just pipes up, hey, whoa, okay, guys, I want to make a deal. Oh, do you think we can talk this out? Do you think we can talk this?
Is it limp wrist?
It is limp wrist.
Of course, it's limp wrist. Why? Because you can't hold a blade anymore, Mister. The grass got me.
Shut up.
Oh, yes, smart. Tell the man you want to deal with to shut up, Mister. The grass broke my wrist.
As he does that, another guard's like, shut the fuck up, Bill. You're bad at this.
Wait! Don't kill him,
Why?
but kill the rest.
But I'm the
Wait,
captain.
what?
I'm just gonna look at Grig as dead stare as I can and say, trust me.
I don't like how you said that.
Oh, Greg understands. Greg gets it.
Purple, your move.
So, what's the current situation? How many are alive right now? 2?
3 are alive. All of them are entangled.
Don't attack Limp Wrist.
Yeah. I'm gonna holler out. This makes great target practice. As I'm taking a sip of the flask, and I'm gonna throw my hand axes, both of them, at one of the other ones, not limp wrist, that's entangled.
Roll to hit.
Can I ask
You were going to ask a question there, Grig?
I was going to say before the end of his turn, can I ask for clarification of if he were to splash his flask at someone, would it be considered a bonus action for him?
Somehow I knew you were going to ask that, and yes.
Flaming sword plus alcohol splash on Cranky Pants?
Oh, God.
All right.
Actually, I changed my mind. I'm still going with the hand axes, but I'm gonna pour the flask on both of them before I throw them, since I got time. They're all entangled.
Might as well just swing on him at that point.
Because you've thrown one of them, you can only do it on one of the axes.
Heard. I'll do it on the first throw then.
Okay, since you made the first throw and it misses, I will say you can do the flask trick on the second throw.
Perfect.
Fuck me.
It's over.
Between Grig and Purple, we're getting some crazy shit out of these guys. Oh my God, I didn't see that.
I feel like so much shit is gonna go wrong with the man with the infinite flask of booze and the pyromaniac goblin.
Don't forget, I'm always drunk as hell.
Even better.
True,
it's
so
easy
you're
to
more
convince.
likely to catch fire than you are
Oh,
to like
God.
You
spit
could give
fire.
him disadvantage on all his rolls. Just so you know, God. Give him
Yeah, but at
drunken
that point,
disadvantage.
But most alcoholics are quite functional because they're
Yeah,
drunk all the
and-
time.
And I'm dwarven.
Look, that's why he has regular rolls.
All right, so roll damage.
Any country with prohibition laws has his name included as banned in their prohibition laws.
Oh, 11.
You hit this man for 11 damage, and not only like you like upend your flask, and this axe is soaked. And as you throw your axe, it like buries itself in his sternum, and you could see like the liquor like splash off onto his neighbor.
I just holler out, bullseye, Greg, it's all yours.
Greg,
no.
it's all yours.
Oh no. That's
Was
how
his
turn
neighbor-
order works?
Okay, okay.
Ooh,
Was his neighbor limp wrist or not?
no.
Thank the Lord.
Fantastic. So how much spacing is between these men?
I would say 6 feet.
That's plenty. The splash damage shouldn't hurt limp wrist. So Grig is going to charge the man on the end farthest away from limp wrist and slash that poor bastard with his flaming sword.
All right. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be included, but I'm going to invoke the rule of cool and give you advantage.
Oh, God.
The rule of cool.
This moment is just too perfect.
As if the +5 on those attack rolls wasn't enough already. Well, that's a 22.
That was the hit.
Yeah, that was the swing to hit.
Roll the damage.
Wait. That was your lesser of the. Was that just your first roll?
That was that was my first roll.
Well,
It's a hit
he
either way.
still
so.
gave you advantage. You might as well go
mean,
for that full
yeah.
25, brother.
At this point, why would you want to?
It's 22. It's a guaranteed hit.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't waste a good roll.
What is it? 3d6, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
And then I would also, well, actually, no, I'll hold that because I only have one more.
Okay.
So that's going to slash the end man for 8.
And what
And-
happens beyond that is up to you.
Because you are igniting this man, I'm going to say. Let me do some quick maths first. Roll an additional d6 of additional fire damage.
Oh my god. Also, God, I request a pause after this combat.
That was another 6. So 14 is the total damage.
As the man's kind of like burning up as Grig hits him there, Grig's gonna thrust his flaming sword into the air and scream, "All tosseth, Almighty Lord of Flame, I smite thee in his name!"
As you shout this, like this man is like slowly curling up as his like muscles are tightening at the flame, just rapidly charring him. And in the brief moment, in like the brief flicker of light, you can see like a face winking at you. And this man screaming slowly like quiets until all you can hear is just the wild crackling of fire.
Jesus.
Just for your guys' understanding, Grig's god is not actually to be considered a proper god anymore. He was demoted by the pantheon to a ridiculously big elemental, and so he's no longer a caring asshole of any kind. He's just a dick. He just likes fire and burning things.
Jesus.
Let's just take a second to just give me a second. Just give me a second.
To roast s'mores.
That actually sounds lovely. But
minus the whole flesh scent in the flame.
Hey, chicken in your s'mores? You ever had chicken s'mores?
all right.
Chicken s'mores.
Let's see if that. Nope. No, it does not. Cool. Grig, you like imagine if you could look at your god at this exact moment, it would basically be that meme where or the gif where the guy just is in the middle of the woods, he looks over and he just
fan fucking tastic. Grig 100% approves.
The Zach Galifianakis meme.
Yep. Now it's safe to say you have a man entangled by plant life that is crying, sobbing, really, as he just screams, "Please don't kill me!"
You don't want us to kill you? Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
For your quick reference, just to make your point even more absolutely hilarious, that's what Gossip actually looks like. So him doing that is quite funny.
If you go to the quick game references, you will see the exact expression he makes as you like burn this man alive.
Ah, yes. I'm here for it.
All right, you have 4 dead men, one man is crying like a bitch, and there is a family of people just like huddled in this way station. What do you do now?
I would like to approach the man and say, if we release you, are you going to run away?
Yeah.
Should we kill you first?
Please no.
I can break his ankles too.
We'll ask again, are you going to run away?
If you want, you'll never see me again.
We want your clothes.
I can do that.
Six-legged good human.
I'm going to look at Ophelia. Would you mind undoing your roots? And I'm going to look back at the guard and say, if you try to run away, this arrow's going in your head.
Okay.
Ophelia, would you
do
undo
you
this
undo
man?
your roots?
Yeah,
This man, like the plant life starts like retreating into the ground. He like kind of his knees buckle as he is very clearly like damn near shitting himself as he's just like pulling his armor off his body like you're just take it, man, just take it. And now you just have this guy standing in the road in his underwear just go now.
Now, we aren't going to kill you, but we can't have you following us. I'm going to ask Purple to headbutt him in the nuts to knock him out.
Wait, what? Purple, roll me strength.
Oh, this man's done. 22.
As you go for the headbutt, like his mouth is open, but you can't perceive any sound, but you do hear dogs barking in the distance. As this man's just like,
While he's unconscious, I'm going to take out my rope and tie him to a tree just a couple yards into the forest so he's not too easily seen.
okay.
And as we leave him there, I'm gonna pour some of the endless flask on his underwear, so when he wakes up, he thinks he peed himself.
You do that.
I'm going to come back and look at Ophelia. Well, we have your armor. Sorry if it's been soiled.
It's whatever. It probably won't fit anyway properly. So.
Grig immediately darts over to the two dead that weren't entangled and starts pawing the bodies for loot.
Oh, you and Steve just like
Yeah, yeah.
dive
Goblin
into
Ben.
the corpses and just rummage pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
You find like 1 or 2 pieces of gold, some lint,
Ah, yes.
and something that looks like red and yellow rock candy.
Mm.
Don't eat it!
Mm. Greg sniffs it. What does it smell like?
It smells like flowers.
Greg's just gonna slip it into his pocket quickly. Not a word to be said.
Now, which pocket did you put it in?
Not that pocket. My left pocket, not my right pocket. Left pocket, not my right pocket. We're not doing that to Mr. Whiskers.
His name is Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers, if you're nasty. Anyway.
Better not be getting nasty with my rat.
Sorry, Purple, say that one more time.
I want to search the one that I decapitated.
You find 2 pieces of gold, what looks like a wooden wedding band, and another piece of rock candy.
Nice.
I'm going to come back from tying up the limp wrist after having tied his mouth as well so he can't make too much noise when he wakes up.
As you are like reconvening, you look up, and in the doorway, you just see like the man of the household beaten to shit, but he's just kind of like eyeing you past the doorway, like, you're not with them, right?
I'm going to just motion to the bodies. Does it look like it?
I think that's kind of obvious.
I guess you're right. If we come out, are you gonna, try that on us?
Are you going to attack us?
No.
Okay.
Okay. He like slowly like steps out, like testing the waters, like,
Grig seeing him kind of doing this like half scared step out, kind of does a little jerk towards him with the flame blade, like ah!
Greg!
Grig opens his hand and dismisses the blade.
All right. Not to sound ungrateful, you just killed some of Longland's men in front of my way station. I appreciate your help.
Fantastic.
Really, I do.
Clean it up.
That was the first thing they took. Um,
I'm gonna look at the man. Say, what's your name, sir?
my name is Buru. I
Two questions. Well, two things for you, Boru. Do you happen to have any tapestry with a feather?
You are referring to the red feather flag, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Please.
If I say no, are you going to kill me?
No.
If you say no, are you going to be lying?
Well, he
No
said.
to the goblin and no to the elf.
Can you make me one?
It might take a minute.
That's fine. We'll be back later.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. All right. So, you since you just attacked some of Longland's men, I'm going to assume you don't work for him, which is good. Very good. Um Tell you what, I don't need to know where you're going. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, you were never here. Kids, get the shovel. Nothing happened here. We have a mule out back, little cart used for trips to the city. Take that, and if anybody asks, the soldiers took that, and we're never here. Okay?
And you're gonna make a flag.
Yes.
Okay. And
You
wait a
may
minute.
want to hide
Wait.
these bodies.
Oh, do not worry.
Hold the kids
We
get the
are,
shovels.
friend. We are already on it. As he's saying that, like 3 children from like the ages of like 14 to like 7 are running out with like shovels. Each of them are just like and they are just like pairing off to like grab a body and just drag it behind the way station. Like, believe me, friend, we do not want any of what you are selling. We will take care of this. You can take care of any other business you are on, and you were never here. Okay?
Until I come back for my flag.
Of course, but then we would be meeting as strangers, right?
Right, and I'll trade you one mule and cart for a flag.
X. Oh, it's so nice to see somebody talking sense now. Weird that it's a goblin, but okay.
Don't be
Yep.
racist!
Nope. You helped us, so we're helping you. And then you'll come back and we'll help each other again. Okay.
And
That's
Grig's just
great,
gonna
kids.
wander
Gotta
off
move on,
towards
gotta
the
move on.
direction of the cart. Grig wanders off towards the cart, just kind of hops in the back and kicks it. not the cart or the mule, like kicks back and relaxes in the cart.
You like walk around the side and there is a very old, like covered wagon hitched to a very like old looking mule that just kind of looks up and back at Grig and just
There's a reason Grig got in the back.
like you've never noticed anything of this sort, but like if a mule could shrug and just be like,
all the like as you guys are like walking up there, all you guys hear from Grig from inside the wagon is just fucking racist mules.
I never did like mules. They killed my cousin once. Serves him right. He was a real ass.
We'll be on our way and we'll be back later. I'll just wave to the farmer and his family.
The folks.
Yeah.
The way station attendees.
Yeah.
Who's
I imagine
driving
like
this shit show?
as you are all like collectively moving towards the cart, I just picture Ophelia is having that moment where she's like getting her boots on and she's just like hopping along as she's just like. And at that, who's going to drive this thing?
I shall.
I can drive. Just because I'm wearing the armor, it might make more sense.
If you guys don't mind me drinking and driving.
Oh God, no!
You
I
don't
think we should
mind?
let the druid drive because maybe that ass out front will listen.
Dorian, who, by the way, has been hiding behind a tree this entire time, says,
Brilliant.
I think it makes sense for her to drive. I don't trust that dwarf with any sort of moving vehicle.
Come on, it'll be fun.
And Jester's just gonna sing the damn thing to sleep.
That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna burn them in their sleep.
I will not. It is my noble steed at this point.
The noble steed needs a name. I shall call you.
Jackass. Sorry.
I was going to say Ass Jack, but that works too.
Shall we take a pause? I feel like this is a good spot.
Good time to take 5.
Yeah, I think we're
Alrighty.
gonna take more like 10, but this is a great time to do it.
Even
We
better.
shall be back with the stream, y'all. And we are back to immersion.
And I there's whooping guard ass, and then there's fucking immolation.
Look, we had a bit of both, okay?
Por qué no los dos? All right, so with the mule and cart, your 2.5-day trek is going to be about a day and a half now. With Ophelia at the reins, everyone is sort of in the back in the cargo area. What do y'all talk about on your journey?
Hope they have some good sweet rolls in this town.
Grig's just sitting in the corner of the inside of the cart, grunting to himself as he snaps off yet another piece of hardtack and slips it into his right pocket.
So, where does everyone come from here?
The ground?
Which
Here,
ground?
Vario raises his hands like, yep, same. From actually like farther down south, but yeah.
All ground connected, all same ground, just ground.
Which ground do you hail from?
I don't know.
Myself, I was practically king of the Bard's College. All of the maids wished to be with me, and all of the bards themselves wished to be me.
Vario pipes up, and then you woke up.
You wish, like Rebecca, in your dread.
I will marry her one day, and we will have a bunch of kids, and we're going to be the most badass warrior family you have ever seen in your fucking life, you fucking outboard motherfucker.
Listen here, we all know you're gonna steer and puppies.
What I do in my free time is none of your business. Steve pipes up, no, you nailed that one on the head, yeah? Shut up, Steve, I told you that in confidence.
Uppies?
Stop saying it. We say it too many times, it's gonna trigger him.
Hey man, sometimes a guy has like the need to be picked up by a super strong, like giant woman, and you know what? I will not be shamed for that.
Okay, I'm done. And Grig's gonna kind of curl up in his corner. And I would like to, I don't know so much as the rest of them, but I would like to take this as a rest if possible.
Okay.
Can it be oh, well, I'll wait until we're like,
Gonna look at Purple. What about you, Purple? We know it's about sweet rolls, but where was that sweet roll stolen? Where are you from?
Honestly, I've been so drunk the whole time since the man stole my sweet roll. Can't even remember. Where were we last night?
On the ocean.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Oh my god.
Okay, Dwarf, I have a question. What is the elf's name?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This man is just wasted.
My headset keeps freaking dying.
What about you, Ophelia? Where do you hail?
Breathe.
Huh?
Just the trees. And I do apologize, guys. I'm having severe headset issues right now.
Uh-oh.
The helmet is not fitting quite right.
Mhm.
Like, human from the trees. So what, is that how you humans, like, reproduce? Do you just, like, fall from trees? Weird.
Not usually, from my understanding.
From the tree?
There's a few wood elf human half-breeds out there, I'm sure.
It's none of your guys' business yet where I was born from. So
Ooh,
Okay.
mystery. Wait, let me guess. Nah, I got nothing.
It's alright, I've probably still got a few kids there. You might know them.
Dad?
Are you half wood elf?
No. No.
Very unlikely!
I
You
don't
see,
know.
like,
Maybe them human genes are strong.
True.
nah, Vario is like, nah, she seems like a lady of class. No way she's related to you.
Coming from the man who's obsessed with the woman he can't even have.
I will have her. She will be mine to have and to hold.
But
And
like,
not even
also
death
says
will
the
part.
one that just fucks everything in sight and has how many kids? At least he's only on to one woman right now. So
The Bardic College leaderboards demand it.
Grig
ah,
just
so
kind
you
of
peaked
grunts.
in high school.
The words of a common wood folk mean nothing to such a classy folk as myself.
As you are exchanging jabs and sure, why not just call this a short rest?
A short rest? Okay.
Okay, but how long are we bumbling around in this wagon? Because if it's at least 8 hours, I would like to request God give us a long rest. Or at least me, since I said I was resting. I want them spell
Okay.
spots back.
Like, you're just kind of setting yourself in a direction. You're vaguely sure of where you're going. Sure, you could be taking back roads. Why not? Let's call it a long rest.
Wait,
Yeah,
for
your
just
spell
Greg or
slots
for
return.
party?
But right as that short rest reaches that 8 hour mark where it just becomes a long rest. Like doot, 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 long rest.
Technicality.
Technicality.
I'm cool with that.
The cart begins to slow as you hear somebody say, "Stop, stop, 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 stop."
Uh-oh.
Ophelia, as you are holding the reins, you see a checkpoint with a couple of soldiers in similar uniforms just kind of lounging by the road, and as they notice you coming up, they just kind of pop up, grab their pikes, and just sort of up, 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 up. One of them just walks over. Oh, hold up there. where do you think you're going?
I just got some new recruits.
New, new recruits. You say? Okay, all right. Bring them out then.
Okay. I get down off the wagon and I just kind of snap at all of them in the back of the wagon and usher them out.
Grig is going to stay unmoving, completely trying to be quiet, because there's no way in hell they're going to believe that a goblin is one of the new recruits.
All right, come on, step out of the wagons. Come on, guys, just come on. If you're the new recruits, all right, let's see what we're working with here.
Come on, guys.
I'm going to step out of the wagon with the meanest mug I possibly can.
Was I in the back?
Roll an intimidation check.
Do I need to roll persuasion or anything? Oh, they're just believing me right now.
5.
With that 5, you see the guard just. Oh, right there, fancy pants stuff. He just leans over to you, Ophelia. What the fuck is this?
Listen, I don't know, man. I just pick them up
Where'd you pick these guys up at?
off of one of the shipping docks.
What, you guys traitors or something? Roll me persuasion.
I fucked my father.
I got a 6. We're all
Your
dead.
display of
It's fine.
hubris, but okay. Oh, these guys, we're just picking anybody up these days. Why these guys? What? I mean, this guy is just so short. As he's like pointing to purple. And this guy, he's pointing to Vario. He's just this guy, he looks like he's gonna hurt himself with that nagi nada.
For clarification's
Vario's
sake,
like,
did Steve stay in the carriage with me?
you said Greg and Steve are staying in the wagon.
No, I said Greg did. Greg stayed in because he knew he was going to get noticed. But I was asking if Steve stayed in as well.
Steve is probably like slinking out, like, I will make myself known, but I am going to tread lightly.
Okay. Greg's just continuing to stay silent in the bed of the wagon.
Got it. And the guy just points to Steve. You got a goblin with you. Oh, okay, little goblin fella. What do you think you're gonna do against us? Like, fuck you, human. Barry's like, don't mind the goblin. He's our pet. He's a package deal. Where we go, he goes.
Yeah, he's mainly just for intel and stuff.
And what kind of intel is he gonna? What's he gonna give us? What the best worms to eat are?
Wait, God,
He's
how
very-
many guards are there at this checkpoint?
There's about 3 of them.
Uh-oh.
Alright. So can I just say, I was laying in the back of the wagon drunkly when we pulled up to the checkpoint, so they haven't seen me still laying down in the back of the wagon.
Sounds like you drunkenly got out of the wagon.
One of them very clearly did see you drunkenly stagger out of the wagon.
Okay. Alright.
Is there anything else you'd like to see? Or can we get going on our way?
I don't know where you picked these guys up at. Sure. Did they at least pay their tax?
They're recruits. I'm taking them to go work the fields.
Persuasion.
An 18.
Ooh.
Like, of course, why did you just lead with that? This goblin. What's he gonna do for the troops? This dwarf can even see straight. Okay, you know what? These guys, they're not even gonna put up a fight. That's why you didn't even cuff them. All right, on your way, soldier.
I get back up into the wagon and I just say, well, worst comes to worst, they'll make good fertilizer.
Be careful with the dwarf. He's probably thoroughly pickled.
Is everyone back in the wagon? Yes.
I think so. I'm getting back in.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we go on our way, I suppose.
The soldiers like, as you get out of here. That man was clearly under the influence of something.
Under the influence of what
I
is it?
think he
What is
touched
the
his
drug
rocks.
called? It's
I
joy?
don't think he was taking the little smiley rocks the right way.
Yeah. Someone.
Known as Wei Zhao, or joy. The man is all smiles.
After we get out of earshot, I'm just gonna peek over the bed of the cart and say to Ophelia, "What an asshole!"
Well, it worked.
That's true.
Grig's just
Yeah.
gonna pipe up from the corner. Farm hands.
I'll show him a fucking farmhand.
You realize the goblins were mentioned, not just Steve, right, Grig?
Huh? I
They
was sleeping. Fuck
they
you.
use the plural.
What is that, Joy? Give a magic sight?
It means both of you, you ninny.
There was a very distinct possibility that he did not see Grig.
Yeah, but he was referred to.
He was also high as shit, so.
Fair.
Very true.
He probably didn't give a shit.
Who's to say he hasn't seen double? You don't know what this stuff does.
Hey, listen. At least he'll know which fields purple plows because they won't be straight.
Bro, it's like Amber. It's literally Amber Heard's trial scenes with her nose.
Oh, God damn it.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
I was saying.
Good times all around. So you pass that checkpoint. You pass through a narrow valley and reach like the crest of a hill that leads down into an even further valley. And as you do, you look out and see a massive field in the distance, like middle distance anyway. You can see, still far away, but it's big enough that you can see several guard towers, all connected by a wooden fence. And at one very far end of the field, you can see a small building that looks like it would be barracks.
What's it look like it's made of?
Sorry, you're cutting out there for a second.
What's it look like it's made of?
Predominantly wood.
Ah.
Fantastic.
I'm going to lean down to Greg and point at the barracks looking building and say that may be our starting point.
Burn everything.
Now, keep in mind, you guys got to Tetsujima about mid-morning.
Okay.
You were traveling about a day and a half. You are going in there like very early morning. Like the sky is just now turning like a faint shade of purple. The sun is close, but not even like close, but not quite ready to rise yet.
So how far would you say the towers, the wall, and the fields and stuff are from us?
I'd say you have another like 5 miles, give or take,
Oh, okay.
just to give you the sheer scope of how big this field is.
Going
That's
to
gonna take a lot of fucking fire.
going to Ophelia and say, how close can you get us to the barracks?
I mean, close enough.
We take those.
And
As you get closer and closer and closer, the sun is very slowly beginning to rise. It comes to a point where there is like a checkpoint right before the main gate of the field. And as you're approaching this checkpoint, you see another soldier's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, we weren't expecting a shipment today. What, what are you doing here?
round 2.
Hello? Okay. I'm here to drop off these recruits for the fields.
Recruits, we weren't expecting any labor for the fields today.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I just pick them up and bring them over here.
Roll persuasion.
2 for 2.
An 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just, I'm telling you, we're not expecting any people today. So just what do you want? What like, do we have to take this up the chain of command?
I mean, if you want to bother him today, we can.
I mean, look, I'm just doing my job. Something gets fucked up. All of a sudden, I'm out there plowing the fields with those fuckers. I'm not taking that risk.
They're just free workers. What does it even matter to have a couple more anyway?
Yeah, but you know the bosses, they like their fucking paperwork. Like we're an actual fucking government.
How many are there?
There are 3 soldiers at this checkpoint.
Okay.
How close are they?
We'll send, I guess. I'm going to get down off the cart and touch the ground and do entangled. Or, yeah.
And they have to beat a 14.
Yeah, beat a 14.
There is a moment where you like get off the cart and the soldier's like, oh no, what are we gonna, is there gonna be a problem? And they are all successfully entangled.
Nice.
How close are they to the walls?
I would say within, you can actually see like the gate looming over you from this distance. So you notice like a couple of heads like popping up over the ramparts. Like, what the fuck is going on down there?
Like what would you say there were within 20 feet of the wall?
I would say you're within 40 feet of the wall.
Okay.
But the wall is also very tall.
And what is the wall made of?
The wall is made out of wood, but this gate is framed with like cobblestone.
Okay, I can work with that. So I'm going to lean over to Purple and how far can you cast your big splash?
I was like, it is endless. I can just keep splashing.
Yes, but how far can it go? Like how close do you have to be to splash the wall?
I feel like that's a god question.
You'd have to be pretty close.
Hmm.
Vario, chuck him.
Or,
What?
or we could do the hand axe thing again.
True, but big wall, and I'm trying to burn the whole fucking thing.
Chuck the
Shit,
dwarf.
shit. Okay. Plan is coming along. Greg, how aerodynamic are you?
No, I'm a goblin. But I need to be within 15 feet of the wall.
Purple, how attached are you to that flask?
Very, but if the situation demands it, I will use it.
I borrow it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Then throw me!
How lucky are you feeling?
Well, Grig's a goblin, so double down.
Uh-oh.
So, Vario grabs Grig by the back of his shirt, does like a shot put like spin, and releases. Grig gets a solid 10 feet of distance.
As Grig's getting up, Griggs yells back, I should have just let Jesta kick me! Grig's gonna proceed to sprint towards the wall.
As you do so, more heads are like popping over the wall, like, hey, what's going on down there? What the? Grig, what do you do?
How far would you say I've successfully sprinted now?
I would say between being thrown and how would you describe your speed?
I have a walking speed of 30 feet in action. And what is an action is described? Isn't an action considered like a minute or something like that?
An action, I believe, is like 6 seconds.
Oh, okay. Then pretty damn quick.
You like gallop at full speed, and you manage to make it to the gate, which is like this big, thick, like wooden portcullis.
Mm-hmm. And I assume this portcullis is down.
Yes.
Okay, so as soon as I'm up to it, I'm going to begin splashing his flask all over exposed wood everywhere. Grig is just maniacally giggling as he's just throwing fucking liquor on everything wooden.
As you do so, you see like figures moving in like the early morning shadows. Like, what the fuck's going? What the fuck? At one point, like somebody pulls a torch like off the sconce and just starts walking towards you. Like, what the fuck's going on out there?
As that's proceeding, Grig is gonna dip to the side. How wide is the stone section of the framework?
So about 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, so Grig's gonna dip to the side to the edge of the stone, and I would like to cast Burning Hands on the gate.
Anything you need to roll for that?
I don't think so because it's an inanimate object. Normally it would be a dex save 13, but it's a gate.
So describe the text of Burning Hands for me.
Burning Hands. As I hold my hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flame shoots forth from my outstretched fingertips. It shoots a 15-foot cone of flame in front of me. Any creatures must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The flames ignite any flammable object in the area that isn't being worn or carried.
And people have to roll what now?
A dex save 13. You got to beat a 13. If there's anybody within that 15-foot cone. Well, actually, yeah, it's a portcullis, so it's probably going through the fucking gate too.
So you're like extending your hands like this.
Yeah, I'm projecting a 15-foot out cone right at the gate that I just soiled with alcohol.
There is a sudden eruption of fire as I'd say. How long would you say you poured the flask onto the wood?
As long as I possibly could until someone got too close for me to get uncomfortable. Splashing it everywhere, up, down, sideways, just going wild with abandon.
So I'm going to say you did that for about 40 seconds. You have thoroughly soaked like a good fraction of this portcullis from like where you can reach.
Right. I'm obviously a little goblin, and it's a big gate.
There is just a sudden as all of the alcohol that is soaked into the wood, as little time as it had, catches fire.
The benefit is it's wood, so it doesn't actually need the alcohol. It's just extra.
It is.
um,
As you do that, the guard that was examining it like jumps out of the way and comes like this close to having his face like bruleed.
so, while that's beginning to burn, and after Grig has completed his casting of that spell, which is an instantaneous, by the way, time frame wise, Grig is now going to turn and run down past the stone section of the gate frame, towards the direction, whichever direction, which would it be, left or right facing the gate is the direction towards the barracks building.
It would be. I should have kept this map open. Give me just 1 second to peruse my map. So from where you were going, you were moving due east. The barracks would be to the northeast.
Okay. I was headed due east to go to the gate, and the barracks are to the northeast.
Yes.
So I need to go right of the gate then. So Grig is going to head to the right from the gate frame. As soon as he gets past the 10-foot framework of the gate, he's going to begin holding as high as he can the flask within an inch or two of the wall, the wooden wall, and just not running. Obviously, I want some time for it to soak, but I'm gonna be briskly walking my way down the length of the wall, continuously pouring alcohol on the wood.
All right. As you do that, roll me a stealth check.
Stealth.
Da-dum.
Here. That's a d20 plus 3. Oh, here we go.
Also, God, how close?
The field. Oh dear. We'll get
Yeah.
back to that roll in just a second. Let's see. So I think from the York position to the gate, I'd say it's another 40 feet between like where the growing area starts and where the gate is another 40 feet.
Okay.
And that was a 9.
That 9, you are like giggling hysterically to yourself as you're like, ooh, fire, 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 fire. And as you do, tell you what, I'm going to give you advantage on that, as overhead you can hear like commotion as guards are yelling, "Shit, rebels, rebels! I think the fucking rebels are back!" Because
So now
God is feeling generous.
Grig would now like to begin sprinting at max velocity, continuing to pour the alcohol.
Meanwhile, Ophelia, Purple, Justa, you are standing in front of a gate that is currently burning. One of you is dressed in a guard uniform. What do you do?
Um,
You're, you're all welcome for the unholy hellfire.
yeah. I
Oh, go ahead.
I'm probably gonna try oh no, I'm gonna cast Thunderclap, I guess. And that does 5. Yeah. That does 5 foot. That's its range is 5 feet. And I would like to do it at the gate to break it apart.
It would not reach the gate.
Oh, right, you guys are still like 40 feet away.
Your starting position is 40 feet from the gate. Uh, Grig was thrown and also booked it to said gate to close the distance.
Don't we still have one guard entangled?
You have 3 guards entangled.
3.
Okay. Then I would like to get back up on the wagon and just haul ass to pick up Grig.
Okay. Let's see. How are we going to play
Run over.
this? Roll me dexterity.
Oh damn. A 3.
As you are booking it like your life depends on it, you are caught in the leg by a crossbow bolt for 4 damage. You manage to hobble to the wagon and, let's say, roll strength. Or no, animal handling. Roll me animal handling.
19.
Perfect. You like expertly, despite your injury, like leap back into the driver's seat and just almost like you speak donkey, just like ha, and that thing just rears back, books it in the direction that Grig has started running.
When we get closer to Grig, I'd like to reach out my hand to try and like get his little ass up here on the wagon.
Alrighty. Grig, roll me dexterity.
7.
Say again.
7.
You do not grab his hand. It's just like close.
At this
But not
point, how far have I ran down the length of the wall?
quite.
I'm not sure how walking speed translates into running speed.
That's a tricky one. Say about 100 yards.
Okay, so at that point, as the carts whoop past and I fail to grab her hand, I would like to stop running for a second and throw a second burning hands at the trail of fucking alcohol 100 yards long along this wall. Because even if it didn't soak into the wood, it fell down and soaked into the grass, and it'll all fucking burn.
And it's
Um,
very oh,
Sorry.
Ophelia, go on.
If you're letting him catch all that on fire, I'd like to use control flames and fling the flame towards the field of flowers and stuff.
Is there anything you need to roll for it?
Oh, that's clever.
No.
And you said it's 40-foot range, right?
Yes.
Are you 40 foot from the gate? Then it's within her range because her range is 60 feet.
But she did take off and
right.
is running, or is moving the cart alongside you, so you are actually like right there.
True, so it's even less than 40.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, because you said 40 from the gate. So it
Yes.
would still be 40. On the interior frame, because we're on the outside of the gate, not the inside.
Correct. So, oh, you're right. You're right. And what's the range on control fire?
60.
Perfect. You like, are you just like coaxing the wall of flame over the ramparts, or
Yeah.
now, folks? I'm gonna paint you a picture.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
100-yard long wall of fucking.
It's not a wall.
Oh, even better. It's a crawling mat.
Grig, as you are sprinting alongside this wagon, you like try to jump and like catch Ophelia's hand, but you don't quite. You stumble, but in your like mind, you're like, okay, we're gonna make God happy. And you turn and just blast a cone of fire at the trail you have just made. It all ignites in just a straight shot. And as you do that, Ophelia extends her hand, and that like little fence of fire erupts into a tsunami
Oh god.
that engulfs several people standing on top of the rampart that are aiming crossbows at you.
At that moment, as Greg sees this, he whips his hands into the air once more. Oh Lord, Gossip, hallowed be thy flame. I submit these sacrifices to you, Lord. Let them burn.
And you have fire for the fire gods.
At this point, I would like to slow down our movement for the wagon so we can actually pick up Grig.
Grig, I imagine, is too busy like dancing with joy as everything is slowly engulfing itself in flames.
Grig! Get your ass over here! We got things to do and places to be.
Grig literally turns and starts frolicking, quite literally frolicking, hands wiggling in the air as he does a little skip in his step to the back of the wagon and hops up in.
And as he does this, I am imagining it's like that video Meet the Pyro, where like flames are rising, but through Grig's like demented vision, it's just like rainbows and butterflies, and just wouldn't be nice if we were all gone.
Greg,
As
so
he's just like,
happy, happy-go-lucky Greg.
together.
Flames that bother you never bother Greg. He feels happy and fine.
Burning in the sunlight, burning in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Oh.
Grig, you just like dive into the back of the wagon and
Just rolls
Just-
around laughing hysterically.
like, ah, shit, I think he might have inhaled some of the. Oh, no. Nope, he was always like that. Was he always like that? I think he was always like that.
Can Purple have his flask back?
We still gotta come back to you guys.
I mean, they're still in the wagon. They never said they left.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I was the only one that left the wagon.
So Greg will toss the flask back to Purple.
Bet. I started chugging it like I haven't taken a drink all day. It's like 20
Like, ah, I missed you, old buddy.
And since we're all like reunited now, I would like to move on the wagon towards where we think the castle is and stuff.
You turn in the glow of just this unholy fire as people are yelling, like, get the water! Protect the crops! Get those fucking workers out here! Make sure they put this shit out! Oh god, the boss isn't gonna be happy!
So, question: as we're like turning around, after this fire tsunami, can we see if the field is burning?
You pass by the gate and you can see like the crop has caught fire and it's slowly beginning to like
Spread across.
spread. Yes.
Cassus will bless me this day.
It's quite a flame you've got there.
As the Lord commands it.
Dorian just speaks up.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
This is gonna be either a tremendous victory for my people or
Yo,
a
touching.
horrible
Thanks for the follow, my dude.
moment.
I mean, at least you can say you did something, though.
That's true. Plus, there's no way the dragon's not gonna be coming to see this.
Disco Inferno.
As you are booking it, there is a column of smoke like rising into the sky, and you guys manage to get away without receiving any further damage.
Wow.
As the
There
cart
are
is,
like crossbow bolts that are like flying over and like landing in the dirt after you, but at this point everyone's just too worried about the field that's currently on fire.
as the cart's like driving away down the road, Grig's sitting at the very back, like center of the cart, watching His Majesty work down on the wall, and all the party sees is Grig just pulls this absolutely violently, dangerously obese black mouse out of his pocket, pointing his face towards the fire and stroking his back gently and whispering to himself, "We did it, Mr. Whiskers! Cassus will be so happy with us this day!"
For reference, this is what he looks like. This
At
right
that
here.
point, Vario just leans over to Purple and is like, we got 2 goblins and a rat now? What
Would
the fuck?
would Grig hear that?
No, he's just like saying that under his breath.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over and chime in. Coming from the guy that wanted to keep a beetle.
Hey, that was a cool fucking beetle.
It was.
His name was George.
He was the best beetle.
Yeah. Better than any fucking Ringo, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my god. Listen, man, you'll never see a mouse fatter than Grig's.
He's like, so, you got a pet rat. Should we,
He is a field mouse. You will not be racist towards my mouse. He is my best friend in the whole wide world, and you will be nice to him because I swear to God, I'll cut your fucking throat in your sleep and burn your corpse and dance on it if you dare to harm Mr. Whiskers.
So a number of things happen in that moment. Vario's just like, can you be racist towards a mouse? I don't know. Steve, upon hearing that the mouse is Grig's best friend, is like, oh. But then he kind of perks up, is like, I will burn your corpse. Like, eh? Like, I'm not against it, but where are you going with this?
And just kind of watching in horror as little Grig is saying these things, just like,
Grig just kind of like continuing to pet Mr. Whiskers, holds him up to his face and says, "Hi, buddy." Mr. Whiskers just kind of nips Grig on the nose and he says, "Oh, that tickles," and puts him back in his pocket.
What did we just watch?
I'm not sure.
So that's one hell of a life you adventurers lead.
Certainly, sir.
Yeah, it's something.
So
It doesn't pay
you
the
all
bills.
book it in the direction of the capital. And as you are moving, you look out at the early morning sky, see a column of black smoke rising into the air. And as you do, you turn and see to the north, northwest, up on the mountain, you see the palace. And you are booking it. And at that moment, you feel a sense of some shit is about to go down.
Oh God.
And we call that to be continued.
God damn.
I think that's Grig's biggest fire to date.
I think so.
The tavern and the warren weren't that big.
Absolutely not. You know, so far I'm actually seeing a lot of validity to the fire aspects.
Especially when combined with a fucking party member with an endless goddamn flask of vigorously potent alcohol.
Huh?
We could dip your arrows.
Oh my God, we could.
Yeah, set them ablaze before.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, say what now?
Talking about dipping my
That'd be such a
arrows in
good
the
idea.
flask.
I'm saying how versatile it could be. Like we could pour it on weapons, and then like she can control the fire before it gets too insane.
Oh my God. Could if we hear me out? Okay, this is one of those way the fuck out there D&D players make their fucking DM hate them thoughts. Okay, so if we get a bunch of small vials, okay, and then we take those vials and we attach them to the just behind the head of your arrows, okay, and then we fill those vials with alcohol from his flask. I light the tip of the arrow on fire, you shoot it, and she controls flame to direct it. Upon impact, the vial shatters and the alcohol splashes and the fire goes woof. Now we have exploding arrows. Not to mention, there's shrapnel involved from the vial.
Wouldn't you need like a cotton or something on the tip of the arrow, or are you
Yes,
just
most definitely.
Okay, I was just about to say. Otherwise, you're just lighting the whole entire arrow on fire, and that's not going to go very far.
As you see Jeff contemplating his life choices.
On the one hand, that sounds cool as fuck. On the other, that is going to derail so much shit.
I couldn't derail it any more than me seducing your boss.
Oh my God.
It's only happened the once.
Yeah, and then the second time, I just talked to the right animal to get to the boss.
That wasn't the boss, though. You skipped a fight, but not the boss fight.
Fair.
Though to be fair, I guess technically, in Jeff's argument, she couldn't control the flame to direct the arrow because the control flame would only control the flame, not the arrow's trajectory. So you would still have to hit a true shot.
That's true.
Also, one could easily argue from Jeff's perspective that you might need a bow with a heavier draw weight to shoot such a heavy arrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a longbow. That's why I love it.
That's true. That's a pretty heavy draw weight, but we would have to keep it to very small vials then.
Yep.
Like to the point where it'd be more of a little as opposed to a giant.
Hey, that'd still be great in someone's face. Or, a dragon's ass.
That's true. But on that note, I think that has been a wonderful session on our end, so we are going to call it on the stream. Thank y'all for popping in for Discord D&D, more Tales of Estarossa. We'll be back next week, and we will be back with another stream on Tuesday. So we will catch y'all then. Until then, let's keep growing together, y'all. Deuces!
See what kind of shit can get fucked up next week.
For real.